let's go to Kennebunk, Maine, where Emmy and Peabody Award-winning comedy writer Jim Earl is standing by. Hey, Jim.
Hello, Davy.
Oh, this is First Lady Melania Trump.
Yes, I'm a First Lady. Who, for you who doesn't know me, it is I, Melania, First Lady, speaking to you from the Summer Extra White House, here in the south of southern Maine, near the compound of the Bush.
Oh, Kennebunkport, yes.
Yes, Jimmy cannot come to take you on the phone call right now. He's busy digging graves for vacationing New Yorkers.
He's always thinking ahead.
Jess, I am here, the President Bush's compounds. Have you ever been invited to see the Walker's Point, you ask?
Have you ever been invited to see Walker's Point?
Before I met Donald, I saw Walker's Point many times, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
And George's Point, George Jr.'s Point, Jeb's Point, and even Barbara's. Yes, Barbara has a point too. Yes, it ran in the family. As you know, my Pepsodent, Donald, and my snaggletooth stepdaughter, Ivanka, they both take photos with their cans of Goya black beans. I have always posed with my cans, but not this time. Why, you ask?
Yeah, why haven't you posed with your cans?
Because all beans matter. Not just black beans, but red beans, white beans, green beans, and Orson beans.
Orson beans. We lost him this year.
Back in my home country that I virtually never, ever talk about, we had funny poem. Beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more your neighbors are whisked away in the middle of the night to a place of unspeakable terror for mass burial. Davy, even in the humid months when my hair goes limper than Eric Trump's tiny penis on my wedding night, claw-face coverings are of importance to wearing. Collect them all, and when you have enough, sew them together to make a body bag for your favorite child or annoying grandmother. Don't be wasteful. Be best.
Okay.
A remembrance, even though we value our freedoms, it is always impotent to maintenance proper social distancing when placing meat genitals into glory holes.
It's patriotic.
The similar precaution goes to our ladies and women's. Sanchez does not have to be dirty.
No, it doesn't.
Do the words person, woman, man, camera, and TV mean something to you, David? Well, it should. Those are the 5 words Pepsodent Donald remembered from his memory when he aced his brain test. Donald has great memory. The only thing he can't remember is what his penis looks like.
Because he's obese.
Davy, don't get me started. You are probably wondering if I smoke after sex.
Do you smoke after sex?
I don't know. I never looked. Also, I have been asked if I ever talk to my husband during sex.
Do you talk to your husband during sex?
Only if my phone is handy.
Ah.
As you know, David, First Lady Melania, has made a surprise visit to the Mary Elizabeth Shelter for Women's and Children's in the capital of our great empires. Wash your thing, D.C. Just wash your thing, D.C. Once there, I delivered my Be Best box lunches to all of the desperate women's and kinders in need of a photo op with Be Best Melania. As you know, in high school, I was known as Double D Be Best Melania. Anywho, I arrived in my Be Best van full of my Be Best lunch boxes. It was a joy for all of the women's and children's to open up my savory box to see all the munchy Melania goodness I had to offer. I hope they enjoyed the circus peanuts donated by the nice men at the EpiPen Company. And once through with lunch, my Be Best box can be easily repurposed for coffins. I want to thank you for me visiting the men of the Wash Your Thing DC Fire Department, number 69 this week. When aroused in the middle of the night by smoldering embers stirring in misty crevices of our abodes, between our eaves, or even deep within the damp hotness of our murky nether chambers, these brazen men come running with their long, swollen hoses to spray their life-saving fluids on my heaving barrel chest. Did you know I have threatened to sue anyone who calls me a former hooker or former escort?
Yes, I've heard that.
I dare you, David. Call me a former hooker or former escort.
I would never call you a former hooker or former escort.
No, please, call me a former hooker or former escort.
Well, you're a former hooker and a former escort.
Okay, Davy. Prepare to receive a summons for a deep position.
You mean a deposition?
No, not deposition. Deep position.
Oh, a deep position.
Yes. I have never been paid for the actions of sexing, David. That's because I only do pro bono work.
Like a law firm.
That's right. You heard me right. Pro bono work. Real work I do not do. Not only are real jobs hard, but they also are beneath me, just like those Yugoslavian girls in my film. Blowjobs beneath me. Now, I like to lighten the mood with a few jokes my dear father would tell me.
I love jokes.
Davy, do you know what we call the children who born in whorehouse?
What do you call a child who was born in a whorehouse?
Brothel sprouts. Davy, do you know what they call Italian hookers?
What do you call Italian hookers?
A prostitute. What do you call a Serbian prostitute?
What do you call a Serbian prostitute?
Slobber down my cock, you bitch.
Slobber down my cock, you bitch. Yes, I remember that. Yes.
Slobber down my cock, you bitch.
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 How is Kentucky Fried Chicken the same as woman?
How is Kentucky Fried Chicken the same as woman? I give up.
Once you take away the legs and breastises, you are left with one greasy box to put your bone in. My father told me that joke.
Oh, that's great.
David, being best isn't just about being best. It is also about being better than best. And when my driver drives me around in my Be Best mobile, giving my Be Best box away for free, the last thing I need to worry about is one of my ex-clients saying I am a former prostitute. First of all, what does former mean? I repeat, I have never been a prostitute. And if you have any further questions on the subject, you can talk to my pimp. Never mind, David. Next subject. I hear the pleas of the little Latin babies' mothers all the time saying, do not put my babies in cages. Well, shut the fuck up. I have never put my babies in cages. I let my babies swing wild and free for all to see.
Thank you for that.
Oh, pick up your mind and take it from the sewer gutter, Dave. I am not talking about my silicone milk bags. I am talking about my elephantine piss flaps.
Your elephantine piss flaps.
Yes, Davy, that's right. I use the word elephantine to describe my piss flaps. Get over it. I must go now, Davy.
Ah.
Do you know I have illegitimate son, Barton?
Mm-hmm.
As you know, his school, the Rich Dickhead Preparatory Academy for Future Psychopaths, will not be opening this fall. So I am preparatoring him with the 3 pillars of my Melania Be Best initiative.
And what are those 3 pillars?
Pillar 1, my prenup. Pillar 2, Donald's money. Pillar 3, I was never prostitute. Ask my pimp. I really must go now, Davy. I thank you again for your willingness to ask me difficult questions. However, I will leave you with the words of my beloved father, who said, no, Melania, it is not called the clap because people applaud when you get it. Goodbye, darling Davy. Stay safe. And remember, don't get sick. It is waste of time.
Okay.
Be best. Thank you. And Heil Hitler.
Jim?
Yeah.
Jim?
Yes. Yeah.
Everything okay over there?
Everything's being best.
Okay. And you're going to get her back to Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, we're going to put her in the Be Best mobile.
Okay.
And she's going to, take a tour of Washer Thing, D.C.
For the life of me, I just don't understand this Manson-like hold you have over women.
Well, you know what they say, Dave. A way to a woman's heart is through her stomach.
You like to cook.
Ooh,